بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
Why have I chosen to talk about insan? Why have I chosen to speak about human beings, about you and I? Because at the end of the day, this is one of the most important topics for all. See, we learned so many things in life. We've learned how to be an accountant, if we're an accountant. We've learned how to be a chef, some of us. Some of us learned how to be a pharmacist. Some of us have learned how to be an optometrist. They've taught us about chemistry. They've taught us about physics. They've taught us about maths. And in so many areas of our life, we're successful. Each of us, we came from a different place today. But there's one thing which no one ever talked us about. And that is how to be an insan, how to be a human being. What do I mean by that? We in this life go through so many challenges, and this is the part in which I want you to be honest. We may not admit this to other people in our life, but if you think about it, all of us, we have worries, fears. Sometimes we feel lonely. Sometimes we find it so difficult to get up in the morning. We don't have motivation. Sometimes we're dealing with an illness and it's so much and we're angry and we don't know what to do. Sometimes we're scared of what's going to happen to us. Sometimes we're scared that we may not get married ever. What if I always remain lonely? Some of us are married, we don't know how to deal with that relationship. Some of us are in a relationship and we feel we're not heard. We feel we're not appreciated. And no one ever sat us down and said, Javad, if this happened to you, this is how to deal with it. Javad, if you get scared, this is how you deal with your fear. Javad, if you get lonely. Javad, if you suddenly got ill. Javad, if your loved one suddenly was diagnosed with a terminal cancer. How do you deal with that? When you get angry at the universe, when you're even angry at God, how do you navigate through those days? When you feel like life is too difficult, that you don't even see any point in it, how do you navigate that? How do you deal with those emotions? It seems like no one ever taught us these things. You know when you go to bed and you want to sleep late at night, you put your head on the pillow and you're hoping you can get some sleep, but then your mind starts talking. You know, today, this happened. You know, they judge you. You were not good enough. You made that mistake. What if they think this about you? It doesn't stop. Or maybe you have something that you're scared of tomorrow. Oh, you know, tomorrow you're going to go to this meeting. You know what's going to happen? You're going to embarrass yourself. This is going to happen. What if we don't get this job? What if I fail in this exam? What if I'll never succeed? And you want to sleep? The voice in your mind never stops. And again, this is one of those things no one ever taught us how to use. How do I deal with the voice in my head? Which probably is even active right now. I'm sure as you're sitting right there, so many of you, there's a voice in your head. Someone could say, what is the sheikh on about? Come on, tell us a hadith. Mention a verse of Quran. Some of you may be thinking, like, oh no, that's true. There is a voice in my head. Right? Some of you may be like, oh, damn it, he got us. Now he knows there's a voice in my head. Right? Even now it's working. And did anyone ever tell you, why is that voice there? What's its function? How to deal with it? When it doesn't stop, how do you make it stop? So, things happen to us in our life. There's a voice there which attacks us, which judges us. We get feelings we don't know how to deal with. And as a result of this, our life has become very difficult. I want to ask you a question which I'm hoping you answer in your heart. When was the last time that for 24 hours non-stop you felt peace? Right? You woke up in the morning, everything was great, and for 24 hours you still felt like everything is great. It wasn't disturbed or interrupted by a worry, oh, what's going to happen? By a fear, what's going to happen? By a sense of shame, oh, I'm terrible, I'm not good enough. Oh, what's going to happen to my child? What's going to happen to my job? Oh, I feel lonely. Oh, I feel bored. Do you remember when was the last time for 24 hours you enjoyed life, like when we were kids? Look at the children around you. They're enjoying life, right? One of the spiritual teachers, once a mother went to him and said, oh, spiritual teacher, how can I get my child to be like us? Whatever we tell her, she doesn't listen. I want her to be like us. And then the spiritual teacher told her, why do you want your child to be like you? Look at her. She's happy, she's enjoying life, she's full of energy, full of joy. And now look at you adults. miserable, grumpy, you barely smile, you're always stressed. Why? And by the way, I'm not going to mention that none of you are also smiling tonight. Everyone's so serious and grumpy. It's okay to smile. It's sunnah.